for the fourth and final Calgary talk, addressing another question that was sent to me on the website, has to do with stretching. And the question was initially about these positions here where whoever wrote in had some trouble reaching these notes and didn't know what to do. But it opens up a larger question of stretching on the cello and how to do it, when to do it, why to do it. I find that quite often that I hear cellists play who have plenty big enough hand to stretch but don't stretch. The other day I heard this from a Beethoven sonata. And I figured, well, that passage would be a lot cleaner if somebody just could stretch from here back to here to here, and then two stretches. Another one. Those are not very extreme stretches, but they are stretches. So some cellists have very big hands and can stretch everything, and other cellists have very small hands and have to walk from one position to another, one note to another. But I believe that all cellists should have the ability to stretch. You know, violinists use it much more often, but they call it extensions. We call it stretching because, I don't know, I call it stretching. Anyway, there's a fantastic chapter in the Pais book near the beginning. Starts like this. On for pages and pages and pages. It progresses to monstrously difficult things like this. And I tell you, after you do that chapter, you feel like you never have to shift, like you can stretch from every note to every note. I think there's a happy medium between stretching and shifting. I'll give you an example. If I can stretch, I'm lucky. I have a sort of medium-sized hand, but I can stretch from here to here. The largest octave we have, which is also very useful because it's the fourth. It gives me the ability to reach the fourth wherever I am. But what I can't stretch, for example, in first position, is the ninth. I can't really quite get that. So if I have to shift from here to here, I have a choice. I can shift a minor third, or I can shift a half step up to F, extend my octave, and grab it that way, which is ultimately cleaner. So, for those who can't quite reach between two notes that you want to make clean, the best thing to do is to stretch as far as you can and then shift the remainder of the distance. That will give you the cleanest fingerings. And if we want to play cleanly, like in Bach, for example, or even a simple melody, it's very useful to be able to stretch. So my recommendation is to find in your hand what you can stretch and what you can't stretch. Know your limitations, like a cat knows from the length of its whiskers what size of a doorway or space it can pass through. You have to know in your hand what you can reach and what you can't. Keep in mind also for stretching that one stretches most naturally not like this, but like this, with the hand open. So if you're in first position, say, and you want to make a big stretch, open up the hand, take the thumb away, because if you try to keep it in here, it will cramp the hand. So get used to when you need to. Like, for example, the first two notes of that Bach suite I just played. I do take the thumb back. Just for a moment, and it allows me to reach that distance, and then I put it right back. So stretching can be, it actually feels good. I think it's very good for the hand. I think it's one reason my hand has stayed healthy all these years, is because I do a lot of stretching when I play, especially in chamber music, because I want to make the bass lines very, very, very clean. And then back to this to these positions here for the person who asked the question. If this is hard to reach with the thumb here, try taking the thumb away, coming around a little bit, and open the hand up just in this position. See, I can stretch it with my thumb back here, but maybe not everybody can. That's fine. I'm sure that position is probably accessible to most cellists. At the very least, this whole step in first position is something that has to be reckoned with. If you need to walk, if your hand is very small, you have to walk between those notes, then do it. But I'd rather have you take your thumb away and play in first position like this, but clean. So, look up the PIE stretch chapter. Do a little stretching every day. It's good for you. It'll clean up your playing, and maybe you'll last long, like me.